Hey everyone, Danny here with a video you're not quite used to seeing here on this channel. This is an announcement for something I've been working on for years, okay? And that announcement is the fact that I'm an author for a 4-part series known as The Cycle of Eden. And another crazy announcement is that part 1 is out right now as you're watching this video. And here is the cover art of it, just so you can take a look at it. Boom! The Cycle of Eden, The Young Revolution. A beautiful cover art done by the Atmosphere book cover team, who were my publishers. Fantastic team. But before we get into any of that, down below I'm going to have all the links listed out in the description or a pinned comment if you want to take a deeper look at this series. As time goes on, more accessible options will come out because that's what's important to me, such as an audiobook, but whatever's there now is what's available currently. Now, I know what you're thinking. Danny, what the heck is a Cycle of Eden? And that's a crazy question, because this is a huge journey with a bunch of characters and a fantasy world that I've created. But one major factor to note about this series is that it's already finished. You can't change a dang thing because I already did the ending. But what this really means is that you don't have to worry about delays or the fact that the series would ever end in the first place. I already made a fantastic ending because that was what was most important to me, is to have a great ending for you guys. But another thing is that it tells you that this world is very fleshed out. It's connected part to part and nothing is overlooked or forgotten. Another thing you're probably wondering is why this video is so long, and that's because I'm planning to do an author reading of what I deem to be the prologue of this entire series, or basically the beginning of part 1 here, to give you a taste of Eden, so to speak. Before that, I'm just going to give you some quick facts about this series in case that's what you want instead. As an author, my biggest inspirations were the video games I played growing up. Some I've played on this channel that I speak very highly of. And because of that, my style of writing is very fast-paced. Every sentence means something. And there's a reason why I put it there that may not be apparent at the moment. If you enjoy deep, intricate storylines that matter to the end, connecting the dots part to part, which is what personally made me fall in love with writing, then you're gonna love this. Where it feels rewarding for you as a reader to have these realizations throughout the tale. For example, you may see or find a detail in part 1 that connects to part 3 that other people may not notice. And that to me is the beauty of writing, where you're making a world with its unique elements feel concrete and consistent. There's a bunch of high-octane action scenes throughout this series, and I keep these fresh by adding different enemies, different character arsenal upgrades. These moments are very intense, and there's a bunch of locations that provide aesthetic variety, where things are constantly growing and becoming more complex over time. Another aspect that makes all authors stick out in their own unique way, in my opinion, is how dialogue is written. And in my stories, the dialogue is very humorous. Even in the most dire situations, there are jokes being made, but that doesn't mean there aren't serious moments where it cuts very deep. Eden, the world of rebirth, is a world that exists between two entities that are at constant contention with one another. Eden, as its own entity, allows light and darkness to have the upper hand over the other, meaning these two will constantly fight over this poor world. This story in particular follows a specific part in one of these brutal cycles, meaning there is a very deep history in this world that needs to be discovered by our heroes, for there has been an endless number of cycles that have already occurred with many different endings. Please take a look again at the links down below to support this series. I'll make sure you're not disappointed. I'll be doing updates here and in the other socials listed down below about the other parts and other related news. Feel free to ask me questions about the series or just the publishing process in general. I'm more than happy to answer questions here, Twitch, Goodreads, anywhere. So again, thank you so much for sticking around, and I'll see you guys next time.